I thought I'd tell you a little bit again about another one of our moonshines. This was probably our most popular moonshine for some of our earlier days. Maple Moonshine, made here in Christchurch. It's 50% alcohol, 100 proof, good strong moonshine for you. This one, all the color in this one derives from the maple syrup. We use Canadian dark maple syrup in this one, so we bring it in from Canada. It's from Quebec. We add a certain ratio of maple syrup and water to get it down to the 50%. And then we drink it. So this is made from our original corn. It's still made from yellow corn, and then maple syrup in this. Those are the only things that are in it, other than water and yeast for the fermenting process. It's got a nice color. You might be mistaken. Somebody might think you're drinking a whiskey. And this is inspired by Canadian maple whiskies, something that I grew up around. And they typically came in around 35% alcohol by volume. And I thought something a bit more robust, a bit stronger, still want to get that maple sweetness in it, but you want to know you're drinking a whiskey. Of course, I can't call this a whiskey. It's not barrel aged, but on the nose, you're going to get a little bit of that maple syrup. You're going to get the corn. You're going to get the little bit of that fruity sweetness that you get in the original moonshine, but it's on the flavor where you're really going to taste this one. Right away, there's a thickness to it. It's not terribly thick. It's not like a syrup thickness, but there's certainly a little bit of viscosity to it. The sweetness comes in right away, but it's also met with a robust alcohol percentage behind it, so it doesn't feel like you're drinking candy. If you're a regular whiskey drinker, this could be a bit sweet, but I think of it as a dessert whiskey, right? So this is something I'd pick up after dinner, either straight or with a bit of ice. And that's a great way to have it. I also think it's a really good mixer if you're doing something like an old-fashioned. You can take, you put 2 parts of whiskey typically, make 1 part maple moonshine, 1 part your favorite whiskey, add that in. You don't need as much sugar when you're mixing that cocktail. And it's the same with any cocktail you'd mix with it. But do people who do a lot of espresso martinis with it, this is just going to replace a lot of your sweetener, which is really nice. It's a nice natural sweetener, and you get maple, which is probably the nicest sweetener in the world, all natural. And I do say this is probably one of our favorite. This is probably my favorite personally, and I think you'll enjoy it if you give it a try. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom from Herrick Creek. If you have any questions, let us know.